Yeah. Yeah. Guess who came back with a large fucking fist to eat the Brooklyn blast furnace? I brought your ugly bitch with me. Your shit is sus. Ain't nobody trying to hear you talk. When Jimmy's on the mic, they take your whack shit and turn it off. It's real life, not them stories that you punks say. He made it out alive, and he's relatively unscathed. So subscribe to the podcast and share the post and tell your stupid friends to do the same. You heard it here from Coast.
And we're recording, my man.
Okay, cool, man.
Another episode of the Brooklyn Blast Furnace. This one's a little special. I have, if people don't already know, it's my friend Tony Fontão. Did I pronounce it right?
Yes.
Close enough.
Close enough.
All the way from you're all the way down in Brazil.
Sao Paolo, Brazil, yeah.
There you go, Sepultura country.
Yeah, right. And I know them too, you know.
Yeah.
We're not like close friends, but we know each other very, very well.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, everybody should know. I think that it's unfortunate that you don't get enough praise for being the guy who is the drummer on the classic Leeway Born to Expire album. I think that more people should be talking to you. I think that your story should be out there more than it already is. So with that all said, I want to welcome you and thank you for taking time out to talk to me.
Thank you very much, Jimmy. Thanks for having me here, man. And I'm here to talk to you and clear up a few questions and doubts and everything people want to know about it. And I'm up to talk, and whatever they hear, whatever they want to hear, they want to know about Leeway at the early days. I'm talking the early days from Born to Expire 1.
Of course.
Yeah, before my period, my time in the band, and that was very good, nice memories, and we make a classic awesome album.
Before we get into your whole story, I just need to say, rest in peace, Eddie Pomponio, also known as Eddie Sutton, also known as Eddie Leeway.
Yeah.
Most people already know, but he passed this last April 19th, and very sad, very sad. I knew Eddie for a long time. He was a good friend of mine. I met him in 1992, and there was sometimes, everybody knows that Eddie had some of his issues. I had some issues myself, personal ones.
Right.
There would be a couple periods of time where we wouldn't talk for a year or two, a couple of years. But then whenever we did talk, it was like no time had ever passed. I think we always had a mutual love and respect for each other. Every little thing that I've ever done, whether it be a little clothing line, a podcast, a show, he always supported me, and I always supported Leeway in everything that he did after Leeway, the Eddie Leeway Show, Leeway NYC. He had a podcast as well. So there was always that mutual support for each other. And it's just unfortunate that he passed.
That was a sad thing, man. Not just Eddie, but Mike too,
Yeah.
Gibbons, like I said on my post, I lost two brothers at the same time, not just one, but two. And
This is his, so I went to the wake, and I think it's awesome.
I wish you were there, man. I wish you were there. Not just Eddie, but Mike too,
Yeah. I never saw this. It does. I don't know if you'd be able to read it, but this isn't a prayer or anything. On the back of Eddie's mask card is the lyrics to the song Kingpin.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was just really cool. And honestly, I wish I didn't even have this card. I wish he was,
Oh, yeah. Well.
So, well,
that's life, brother. That's life, brother.
It is. So.
But we carry on.
Play Leeway. Blast Leeway records. you know, just, so anyway, there's a couple of questions I wanted to ask you.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm all
now before you came to the United States, what bands were you in Brazil? Were you in any bands in Brazil?
Yeah, well, my first band called Cerberus, which is like a three dogs head who stays in front of the gates of hell and all that.
Yes.
Real heavy metal thing, I was very young, man. I was like 15 years old, and then we all had a dream, to go to America or to Europe or the US, because the scenario, the scene was way bigger than Brazil,
Sure.
way bigger. So not today, because today with all that technology, the same concerts then you see in Europe or US, you already see here in South America too.
Yeah.
Back then, I'm talking about the early 80s, was much different.
Yeah.
We like, like looking for records and cassettes, everything you can get your hands on it to find out things, because video clips were like, like very difficult to see.
Yeah.
And back then we have like one TV channel, and they sometimes they show some Iron Maiden back in the days, or some Zeppelin and some other bands from the 70s, or Riot Heap, hard rock bands. And I was like, holy shit, man, take a look at this, And I always knew I want to, sit behind the drums, because I identify myself with the drum set.
Okay.
I just see myself behind this instrument, not a guitar or bass or any other instrument, but the drum set.
Did you teach yourself, or did you take lessons?
No, I didn't take lessons, man. No lessons or any, how can I say, like when you take a class or somebody teaches you notes and all that stuff. My thing was totally different. My thing was the very, very big, I'm calling like a primitive thing,
Yeah, man.
When you see and you recording in your mind, and you try once, try twice, try 3, 4, 10,000 times until the shit is there.
Yeah.
When you get it, that's it.
That's it. Yeah, man.
That's what I was doing. I was listen to the classic bands, and whatever I had a chance to see the drummers play on video, I was like, oh my God, and turning back and forth the VCR, and a slow motion, all the time to see what the guy was doing, hit by hit, on the top, the snare, on the floor, and the kick, and all the cymbals and everything. And that opens my mind, man. Listen to a lot of the old stuff. Palmer.
I'm sure, like Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, all that stuff.
Yeah, man.
Sure,
because they still good to those days. They still classic, and they still
of course
unbeatable. Like you can't beat them.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
you can't.
The musicians today, the music business today, it's like almost technology.
Yeah.
The drummer sits behind the drum set, and he has all that technology behind him. When you hit once and the kick drums, and automatically goes twice because all the technology. And it's like you play like you have like a 10 feet, like 10 legs, like octopus, playing drums, different, like back then is like you don't have that much things available for you to use.
Right.
So you need your body, you need to put your body and your physical things inside the instrument,
Yeah, sure.
And I in my opinion, like music's art.
It is
when you play with your heart, when you use your body, when you express yourself.
Yeah.
When you 100%. Not just the button, push the button, and then the drums play on the click track exactly the same thing, like a machine, either with guitar or the other instruments. No. For me, not that I don't think that kind of music.
Right.
It's the real music.
Right. You're old school. We're old school, man.
Old school is always the old school.
Yeah.
Tattoos. Old school tattoos are the best.
Right. It's true. Tattoos have come a long way. There's some beautiful tattoos. I have some old school, some really bad, terrible old school tattoos. And
the older the better, man. The older the better.
I know. I just got tattooed yesterday. I'm still all wrapped up.
Dude.
I'm 48 years old. I'm still getting tattooed. I don't get
I'm looking to do another one in my neck, man. I don't stop with that either, man.
Nah, me neither. There's always something going on.
I will never stop. I just have in my arms, my chest, and my my neck. I don't have nothing in my legs, nothing. But I like the art.
Yeah, me too, man.
You or whatever. If you like, you like. If you don't, you don't.
That's right. And I don't care. If I like it, that's all that matters. I don't care if anyone else likes it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so far, nobody complains. And all the places that I go and people that I talk, everybody looks at me. Sometimes I say, man, man, you're long hair, but your hair is gray. But why you live so long? I say, well, first of all, you need to have hair to have the hair grows long.
Right.
Most guys, whatever, don't even have. So
do whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
Just a matter of makes you feel comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. But back with the music.
Yeah.
And then I was playing with the guys, the band called Cerberus
here
in Sao Paolo, Brazil. And then we had a dream. And what we did?
Did you release any music? Did you put out a demo? Did you put out an album?
We put out a demo. We put out a live bootleg thing. Very, like nasty recording.
Yeah. Sometimes those are great, though. Sometimes those are great.
I was kicking ass, man. I'm not one to talk about myself.
Yeah.
But listen to it. My drum set was like a fucking insane.
Yeah.
And people like, man, the band is good, but the drummer is something out of this planet.
Yeah.
So back there, I was like, and I heard because somebody sent me the link. If you want some another day, I can send you the link just for you to listen to it.
Yeah, I want to hear. Yeah, of course I want to hear.
Forget about the songs. The songs like like a very at the beginning, the early days songs.
How old are you? How old are you on it? 15.
I guess I'm between 14, 15.
Yeah,
the most 16, no more than that.
Mm-hmm.
But double bass like crazy,
Yeah.
Like got people's attention, got people's attention. Like, oh, this guy's fuck yeah, man.
Yeah. So how long was that band? How long were you in that band? And then what happened? Like, whatever happened with that band, and then what made you, or how'd you get to the United States? Like, what made you want to come to? I'm assuming that you came up right to New York, right?
Yeah, straight to New York. What happened was like that. One of the guys were playing with me in Cerberus. He knows a guy who was from Brazilian guy who was living in New York, in Queens, Astoria. Right. He was living in Astoria, Queens. And then he came up to me and said, dude, man, I think it's time we, take a chance in the US, jump for a bigger market, see what happened. Because over here, I don't think we're gonna go further than that.
Right.
We hit our limit here.
Yeah.
And then we were both young, we all young, and we went back home, and I talked to my parents. My father was like, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Because my father was a dentist.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was like a school teacher, like a very straight, like
yes.
And my father, God bless him, but he had a dream to see me as a doctor, as a dentist, but it didn't happen.
That wasn't in the cards.
It wasn't in the cards, but lucky for the patient, his patients.
Yeah.
Because my hand was too heavy,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I spoke to my father, and then when they start to see we were selling our stuff our stereo, our things, our personal things, to get the money together to go to travel.
Really?
You were like, hey man, I think these boys are serious,
Yeah, so you took a very big risk and you started selling all your stuff just to get up to New York.
I was young, man, and
Yeah.
like a fearless, like fear of nothing, you're young and you don't care about fucking nothing. If they care, they send me back, and I hope they give me some good meal on the way back, in the airplane, or give me some beer or whatever. Just kidding. But anyway, we were young, we were young. When you're young, I mean, like, you don't think that much.
You just do it.
You're young, you just, have one goal in your mind and say, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna get it. I don't care. Like a war tank. You just walk and go through everything. Every obstacle, you just pass through.
Yeah.
Your mind and your eyes is on your goal, right in front of you.
Yeah.
Everything else, you don't care.
Yeah. That's very true, man.
That's the way we were thinking back then. So
I think that's kind of, I mean, I sound like the grumpy old man now, but kids nowadays, I don't think have that drive. Like, I can't think of like a kid now. I mean, I could be wrong, but like some kid who lives, I don't know, maybe in Brazil right now, is he going to sell all of his stuff just to take a chance in New York now? No. Like I think that's lost. That doesn't happen. I mean, that doesn't happen. It might happen here and there, but nowhere near as much as it used to happen.
No, I don't think so, because technology put everybody go, and I mean, like, get everybody together with the technology. Everybody was, now the word is one thing.
Yeah.
Now the word is all together.
Mm-hmm.
The same video that you can see in New York, I can see the same thing on YouTube here in Sao Paolo.
Yeah.
Same concert or whatever, the biggest concerts. Let me talk about the biggest band that goes around. They're going a world tour.
Yeah.
They play US, they play Europe, they play Australia, Japan, South America, Brazil.
Yeah.
The scenario is different.
Yeah.
Today you open up an iPhone, and you can see everything you wanted.
Yeah.
All the the app is you download.
Yeah. I could make, if I got a guitar player and a bass player and I sang, you played drums, we can make an album just by using emails and this.
Right.
We can make a whole record. It's crazy.
Did you believe that?
It's crazy. We can make a record.
30 years from now, 30 years behind, 30 years ago, if you say something like that to somebody, they're gonna look at you and say, "You're nuts,
you're
man.
crazy.
You're out of your mind.
Sick in the head.
Yeah, you're sick. Are you being smoking too much pot or whatever?
Yeah, doing something. Yeah, man.
Something, But that's reality.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not into that word. I'm not into this word. My word is different.
Yeah.
And I myself the way is more comfortable for me. Yeah. I respect technology, and I know a lot of things were made it to make our life a lot easier.
Yeah.
But when it comes to art, I'm, I think technology came to, not to, I don't know, I can't explain, but
I think the feeling and the being in the same room with people and the feeling, right. I think it's just different. I feel like there was more like when you got together, and we'll get to it, like when you wound up being in the studio and recording Born to Expire, that's something that you can never create the way it is now. You know what I mean? You can't do that. It's impossible. Yeah. Human interaction is so much different than me texting you or me, like, it's just a completely different thing. And something is lost. You know what I mean? It's the authenticity and the passion, I feel like, is lost.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Because today, like I said, I mean, everything's so easy, just to push a button and that's it.
Yeah.
If you're a drummer and you record the drums, and when you're going to hear the drum sound, the drum tracks, oh, it's not good. You don't hit too hard. The drum's kind of, soft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's put your drum tracks inside this program, hit the button, push the button, and your drums come up from level 1 to level 10.
Yeah.
But that's not you, man.
It's not you.
But that's not you.
Right.
That's a machine.
It's a machine. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
No, you took the words out of my mouth.
It's bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Shit.
Yep. It's very true.
You know, like, that's not you. That's fake, you know.
Yeah.
I'm into the real thing, you know. I'm into, like, when you go behind the soundboard and you listen to your tracks and you feel like, fuck yeah, man, that's exactly what I had in my mind. I put on the drums and this is it. We got it. And the other guys look at you and say, fucking yeah, fucking Tony, man, you did it, man. You know.
Yeah.
Mike Gibbons, you know, Mike was all the time, Zowie either, you know, like, you did it, man. Fuck, awesome drum tracks, man.
Yeah.
You know, because Mike and I, we were like closer than AJ, because Mike was more into like metal things and progressive stuff, Rush.
Yeah, Rush. I know he was a huge Rush guy.
Yeah, I remember that. Like, I remember when I saw him with his Gibson guitars, as the same as Alex Lifeson from Rush. I came up to him and said, "Hey, dude, are you into Rush, man?" He's like, "Oh my God!" I said, "Yeah, because your guitars are the same as the guy." He's like, "Yeah, man, I love Rush." Then we start to like get together and talk.
So when you got up to Queens, walk me through who did you meet? Because before the Born to Expire lineup, the Enforcer demo lineup and the Unexpected live lineup are different. If people don't know, the Enforcer lineup was obviously Eddie was singing, AJ was on guitar, there was a guy named Sasso on drums, and a guy Jose on the bass. And then the Unexpected live tape was also, obviously, Eddie was singing. You had AJ and Gordon Ansis both on guitar. You had Jose on bass. And some people might not realize it, but Mackie from the Cro-Mags played drums on that.
This tape was the tape they gave to me.
The Unexpected Live.
Yes.
Okay. So now, when you got up to Queens, who was the first person in that lineup or in Leeway that you met, and how did that happen?
You know, I met Gordon because I had a friend who knows somebody who knows him.
Gotcha.
And, you know, like this guy, you know, like he had an old Gretsch drum set, a very old Gretsch drum set. And one day I went to his house and he had his drum set all set up. And I say, "Hey, man, can I play it?" You know, he said, "Sure, go ahead." And I start like bash the fucking drums. He's like, "Oh man," you know, like he didn't know I was like so, you know, like so hungry to play, you know, so into, you know, like I want to play. I'm here for this. I'm not nothing else. Just music and just for the drums. Everything else, I'm not interested. You know, and you know, like a few days pass, you know. And one day he came up to me, he called me up and he said, "Listen, man, I have a friend who needs a drummer. They're looking for a drummer, you know, and they, you know, like if you want to give the shot, if you want to try, you know, like, but, you know, it's going to be kind of hard for you to communicate with them because my English was very, 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 very low, very poor. You know? But I was so like confident, you know, in my playing, you know, like better than my talk. You know? I was like so confident. I say, "Sure, I think that I'm gonna take a chance." So okay, I'm gonna set up the meeting, and you guys gonna see each other, and he's gonna give you a tape, and then we take it from there.
So you're like 17 years old or something like that.
A little more than that, bro.
Maybe 18?
A little more than that. No, 19.
Okay.
A little more than that.
Still a baby.
Well, so I remember we set a meeting with one of the guys from Leeway, and happened to be Gordon. happened to be Gordon, the guy with like a big, huge hair, like curly hair, like very, very big. And we met together in Blicker Bar.
You had big crazy hair too.
Yeah, we both, both crazy looking.
Yeah.
We met each other, in front of Blicker Bob's in the village.
That's a sushi spot now.
Oh, well,
gone.
Bad news, man.
Terrible.
Yeah, terrible. So I remember walking out of the subway, when I was crossing the street to Blicker Bob's.
Yeah.
He was already, I saw that guy with the long hair, I said, must be him,
Yeah.
He was like waiting and I came up to him, say, Gordon, look at me, Tony. Hey man, what's up, dude? How you doing? And right away he knew that I'm not from there, I'm not from New York. And right away it's like, oh, where are you from? Then I'm from Brazil. Oh, drummers, yeah, played drums, back there, and then we did some work. Blah, blah, blah. So and he I think he was into, each other. He was like how can I say? He was more like a metal guy, like a rock and roller, and we look at the same. We identify with each other.
Yes.
With the same tribe.
Yeah, same tribe.
Same tribe. We identify with each other. So right away we we start to, oh cool, man. All right, So here's the tape. Here's the tape I want to listen to, and let me know when you're ready. So that's what I did, man. I took the tape back home, put on my boombox.
The boombox.
Put on my boombox.
You take 12 giant batteries in it.
That was I gave 4 or 5 live songs. 4 or 5 live songs.
Yeah.
More than that, I don't remember. And they give me the cassette, and I went back home and I practiced on my mattress with my pillows and tom-toms and everything.
Nice.
I set up a drum set, a whole set
on your bed.
On my bed, I put the whole set. It would be the tom-toms, 2 pillows here, one be the floor here.
That's awesome.
I don't need a snare because the snare would be the mattress.
Yes.
and the cymbals would be my imagination.
Yeah. Air cymbals.
Air cymbals, and air hi-hat.
Nice.
So I start to listen to it, man. I put on, the earphones and play one by one, practice, listen to back and forth all the time. And when I felt like I'm ready to do it, I call them up.
How many days?
It took me about 10 days, a little bit more than a week, not much.
Okay.
Because I had to work too, I have to deliver a few hamburgers and pizza,
Yeah, of course, we all did. Yeah.
So I have time to listen all the time, to the cassette. So, and I told him, I'm ready to go, man. And say, okay. So if I'm not sure, the studio that they set up for us to rehearsal for the first time was on the 30th Street on 7th Avenue.
Okay.
I forgot the name of the studio. I don't think there's a Rocket, or I forgot the name of it. It was on the 38th Street and 7th Avenue, right near to the garden. By the garden.
Sure.
And then we got together there, and then when I walk in, and then I saw the other guys. But Zowie was already there.
Okay.
Zowie was already there. I never met this guy Jose.
Right. He was already out of the band. Oh, he was out of the band, I guess.
Yeah. Zowie was already there.
Yeah. Because at that time, because the Unexpected tape came out in 1987, and Mackie was in the Cro-Mags still. Mackie, Age of Quarrel came out in 86. So Mackie must have did them a favor or something and played
some live gigs. That's it. I think he played few live gigs.
Yeah.
I don't know, for some reason he didn't want to, or he don't have time, or
he's probably just busy with the Cro-Mags.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Oh, lucky for me, luck of me, man.
Lucky to you. Yeah, man.
Luck of me,
Yeah. Because to replace, he wasn't technically in the band really, but to replace Mackie, That's pretty crazy because Mackey's incredible.
So like I walk in the studio and I met the other guys. AJ, Eddie was there, Zowie was there, and of course Gordon, but Mike Gibbons wasn't there yet,
Right.
How can I say? Gordon was the guitar player.
Gotcha.
So we didn't talk that much. We just look at each other and say, yeah, I remember Eddie came up to me and say, dude, man, welcome,
Yeah.
You're welcome, man. Hope you learn the songs, hope you got the songs ready and everything. So I sit behind the drum set and let the music do the talk,
Yeah.
Like which song do you want to play?
Do you remember what first song it was?
I don't know, but I think it was Enforcer, man.
Okay.
I think it was Enforcer, the first tune we played together, because the beginning with an instrumental part, begins with the instrumental part, and it was much easier for me,
Yeah.
And we started. One thing I remember, they were playing, and I remember Eddie was singing and looked behind, like they were like, "Oh fuck yeah, man!" And the chemistry was there right away. The chemistry was there right away, and like I said, let the music, let the art fill up the room. The whole chemistry, the charisma, everything was there. We don't have to prove nothing.
Right.
Talking about nothing, because the music is the main thing. And if the music is there, it's there. If it's not there, you can spend the whole night talking. Oh, well, let me try it again, or listen to whatever. But this is bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm up to. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad.
Yeah. Obviously, it was good because you stayed.
Yeah, right away.
Yeah, right away.
I mean, like with them, they don't took a chance with me. Like they say you in the band, man. You want it. You win it. I mean, you win. So and then we start rehearsal. If for some reason, then now I don't remember. Gordon left the band. For some reason, I don't think it was like personal issues or whatever. He left the band, and then Mike Gibbons came in.
Yeah,
I don't remember too. Who brought him up? Who brought him the band inside the band? I don't remember, but well,
they were all from Astoria, so they probably all knew each other anyway. They probably all went to school together. At that time, there wasn't a lot of people doing this kind of stuff, so everybody knew everybody.
Probably
the hardcore scene, and everybody knew everybody.
Yeah. So, and then we start rehearsal, and then came the time when they signed with Profile Records.
Now, did you play any? I'm sure that you played live with them before you recorded Born to.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember the first place that you played?
I think we played in 1018.
1018.
1018.
Okay.
Was what can I say? A disco place.
Okay. Yeah.
Disco place.
Yeah.
On 2nd Avenue, something like right. I don't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. So I don't remember exactly where it was, but yeah, 1018. Did you play CBGB's?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we played CB's. I played CB's 88. You can see the video. The whole video is it's in YouTube.
Okay.
So 1018 was my first gig, and then we played in the Irving Plaza. Play with Suicidal Tendencies. Play with
nice.
What else? The other band, I forgot the name. Dude,
Bad Brains.
Bad Brains, exactly.
Bad Brains. You play with the Bad Brains.
Oh yeah.
Like only a couple.
Living Color. We play with Living Color, Carnivore, with all that. Corrosion of Conformity, Testament. We played together with all those bands.
Nice.
And that was the Ritz. We played the Ritz together. Irving Plaza, Lamore's Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Lamore's Brooklyn.
Yeah, man.
Brooklyn.
Great.
That was before recording. That was before recording the album. And we were tight as hell, man.
Yeah.
The band was very, very tight. We used to rehearsal like 4 or 5 times a week.
Nice.
You know?
Yeah.
The more we rehearsal, the more the band were tight, and the more you want to play. You know?
Yeah, of course.
Like, man, the whole set, we used to went through the whole set like a rocket. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't stop. You know, one song after the other. You know?
Nice. That's awesome.
And then
so they wind up signing with Profile, and then you wind up going into the studio.
Yes, I think they Profile offer us a deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And took us to the studio, Rhode Island. If I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was in Rhode Island.
Warren in the studio, Normandy Sound. Normandy Sounds.
Yeah.
And sound engineer was like Tom Suarez.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Suarez, sound engineer.
Yes.
And it took us there for a week. For a week. No more than
1 week.
A week, bro. A week. 7 fucking days. That's it.
Nice.
No more than that.
To record that whole album 1 week.
You better get your shit together and you better do the job, because you're gonna have 7 days. The budget for recording, you know, like they were saying, like I had the budget for the studio hours for 7 days. So in 7 days, you guys better nail the whole songs.
Yeah.
You know, all
everything.
Everything. With the recording, with the mixing, with the masterizing, everything. So we did.
Yeah.
So we did. And I was like suffering, man. Not suffering that much, because I was enjoying that period. You know, I was young, and how can a young guy can suffer?
Yeah.
You know? I was young. I was like enjoying. I was like taking it as a hangout, a party.
Yeah.
I was taking it as a party. You know, sit behind the drum set, kick the fucking ass, beat the shit out of the set.
Yeah.
Get up and, yo, man, let's go for a hangout, see some chicks, give me a beer, whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man.
Young, man. You know,
of course.
I remember we're like that, you know, like not just like like a tension you have to record, and very, like a tension because something can go wrong, or no, we were young. We're like in most of the songs. I don't know if you know that. You probably know, because if you spoke to Eddie, like Eddie or Mike, or if you before. The time we were recording the songs, Born to Expire songs, we did it on a separate rooms, but in the same time.
Okay.
There was a separate rooms, like my room with a big window, in front of it, and right next to me there were like 3 other rooms with the guitars and bass. Only Eddie, he was recording just the guidelines. Not official recording. He sings just for the guidelines.
Yeah.
And then, and another time, he was singing for real.
Yeah, he did all his vocal track separate later on.
Yes, exactly. But with us, he was singing as a guideline.
Yeah.
Not a recording. Recording. But the rest of the band, the rest of the instrumental band, AJ, Mike, Zao, and I, we were like looking at each other through the window,
Yeah.
And play. And I remember like looking at Mike and Zao with the headphones on. It was like laughing, like, wow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You were like
great.
so nasty, man.
Yeah.
She like came up like bad. You know? We're playing and look at each other like, fuck yeah, man. And exchange energy through the walls. And that was it. And everything came out as Born to Expire, as you can see the album, It's
such a classic. There's, from beginning to end, there's no weak point in that record. It's like I've been listening to that record since I discovered Leeway. I discovered Leeway in 1990 when I went to go see Suicidal Tendencies at L'Amour's. I had heard of Leeway, but I never saw them or listened to them. So, but I went there to see Suicidal, and then Leeway came on, and I was blown away. And then the next day, I went and I bought Born to Expire. So from 1990 on, I've been the hugest Leeway fan. I think Leeway is probably the band that I've seen the most amount of times live too in my life. Like, because there was a time where from that point all the way till after Desperate Measures, after 92, they were playing every other weekend, either in Manhattan or in Brooklyn or somewhere. They were always playing. So I would leave. It's like some other band would be playing, yeah, but Leeway is playing the Limelight, or Leeway is playing L'Amour's, or Leeway's. So I
did the Limelight too.
Stuff.
I did the Limelight. I did a few gigs at the Limelight too.
Yeah, that was my favorite club on Sunday nights. That's a whole different conversation. Limelight was crazy. Limelight was crazy. But yeah, I think Leeway is the band that I've seen the most amount of times in my life.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
So and then the album came out. Like we're like a very happy. With the recording. Tom Suarez, the engineer, he was tripping, listening to the sound, listening to the songs.
Yeah.
I remember when after we play, he was like, for me, Tony, come here, man, come here. Like get inside and behind the soundboard, listen to this shit, man. Behind the drum, put the sound and put my tracks. He was like, dude, man. Fuck yeah, man. Check this out.
Yeah.
I play. Now I'm gonna tell one thing that you would never know.
Okay.
You would never gonna know if nobody, I think nobody knows to tell you, but the recording of Born to Expire was made with a drum set, with a Tama drum set, with a 26-inch bass drum.
Oh shit.
26-inch bass drum, bro. I'm talking about John Bonham, I'm talking about Cole Palmer, I'm talking about Ian Pace, and all that 70 drummers.
Yeah.
Because the 26-inch bass drum is a very hard instrument to play.
Yeah.
Different than the other ones, the small ones.
Yeah.
22-inch, the 20-inch, 22-inch, 24 inches in between, but 26-inch, because the response of the sound of the bass drum, if you don't hit them, I'm saying hard, but precisely, precise.
Yeah.
If you hit them very precise, they don't sound good.
Right.
And I'm talking about two bass drums, not even one. So you have to get the same, how can I say, same speed and same energy of each bass drum.
Yes.
Sound exactly the same.
Yes.
And I'm talking about control your legs.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking about body playing, not a computer playing.
Right.
I'm talking body playing. Control your legs on a hit, on a punch.
Yeah.
But dude, I'm telling you, man, that shit was nuts, man.
Yeah.
Nuts. The bass drum, like 26. I remember Tom Suarez when he saw my bass drums. He was like, man. He came out and looked and say, "You sure you're gonna play double bass 26-inch?" See, that's a big nasty sound.
Yeah.
Like a machine gun.
Yeah.
Like
man.
I don't know.
Well, it sounds like it on that record, because that record, there's not a lot of, you have Slayer and stuff like that, but as far as like a New York hardcore / crossover band, nobody was doing the things that you were doing at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Mackie had like this weird finesse, and Mackie's an incredible drummer, like on that Cro-Mags record, on the Age of Quarrel and stuff. But there's something about Born to Expire it's very unique what you were doing.
I believe if Born to Expire were recording with a different drummer, would sound different.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Like Born to Expire has this energy, this aggressive music, powerful. I mean, like this thing who goes, who jump over you, because, the way that, I mean, I'm not going to say because it's my drum. No, because the chemistry between the five of us.
Yeah.
With another guy would sound good, but not as the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
like I mean, there's songs like a lot of people like. I'll speak for myself and what I think. A lot of people think, okay, Born to Expire, you have like obviously it's Rise and Fall, Market of Squealer. People say On the Outside because a lot of those things stayed in the set list, Unexpected, you know. But like songs like Tools for War and Defy You and Self Defense and those songs, dude, those songs are incredible. And what Eddie was writing, like. At the time, like, did you realize what the song Self-Defense was about?
Well, the name says it all. They say
right, because there was a huge, I remember it as a little kid. I was young. I was maybe like 8 or 9 years old when it was all over the news. There was a guy who was on the subway who 4 guys tried to rob him with knives, and he took out a gun and he shot them. You know, so it's like there's the line in that song, Self-Defense. He's like, is it fair to sew a hole in my side because somebody else has a need? And the guy's name was Bernard Getz. And Eddie...
That was based on true story? That was based on true story?
Yes.
The lyrics? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but and he even says, now Bernie... Like the lyrics that Eddie says, now Bernie even has his name up in paint. He says Bernie, the guy's real name in the real story is Bernie Getz. And he was known as the subway vigilante. That song Self-Defense is based on a true, actual thing that happened on the subway in New York.
All right, man.
Yeah, man. See, I taught you something.
All right, exactly.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know because I didn't know that up to now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's based on that whole song, Self-Defense, is based on a true story.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. It was all over the news.
Makes the song even cooler.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Tools for War. He's talking about the chemical warfare and over what was happening over in Iran and Iraq at the time and stuff like that. He was, and Eddie, I mean, how old was Eddie at that point? 19, 20 years old?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so he's talking about current events that are happening in the world at the time.
Right. So, yeah, he wrote very good lyrics, He wrote very, very smart lyrics, I can say,
Yeah, man.
And that was like match up very perfect with the music we were playing.
Yeah.
With the rhythm.
Sure.
His lyrics match up very, very, I mean, like get together as one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why the album is so... I mean, like so powerful.
35 years ago. That album came out 35 years ago.
And I'm gonna tell you something, Jimmy. This record is gonna stay for 100 years.
Oh yeah, it's timeless.
It's never gonna get old, man.
No, it'll never get old. I mean, that the intro to Rise and Fall is probably the most iconic hardcore intro that you can think of. Like. So many bands have done it because everyone recognizes that that's an incredible intro.
Right.
I've seen a dozen different bands do the beginning of Rise and Fall. All the time.
Different ways.
Yeah, like try to get it exact, but when they start, that's Rise and Fall, and it's probably the most covered intro in hardcore music.
I have a few curiosities about we were like playing those tunes because what happened was they have the songs ready, but not 100% ready.
Right.
Like when they when they give me the tape, I mean, like they don't have no intro, Rise and Fall. They don't have no intro, like Catholic girls, like
Catholic high school girls in trouble.
When I play my part with Zowie, they didn't have that, just like they have the whole song, but few parts are missing,
right.
Like they didn't have it that. So together we like shape them up. We start like working on it and everything. Yeah. And I remember in the beginning, Zowie came up with this bass. So it's a very cool, like start. And the Eddie and the other guys like it too. But what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna do too, like because it would be nice if he started with some drums on it, in the back.
Yeah.
you know, and I'm, you know, like I'm not a drummer who's just playing
Right.
hi-hat like
Yeah.
this. You know, make it easier, you know,
Yeah.
comfortable for you to
Yeah.
do the average thing, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody does that fucking thing, like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I hear it. I hear what you're doing.
I took from, well, I'm gonna say the truth, man. I steal that from Deep Purple's "Woman from Tokyo."
Okay. Hey, listen.
You know, I'm like a stole that. You know,
Yeah.
like
That's okay.
bass does that.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna do some shit like that. You know.
Yeah.
See if it works. So I started working, you know, just in a hi-hat, you know, like doing a few things, different things and everything. And sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, sounds different. It's different than just keep the time running, like, you know, and sounds very good. And the other guys like it, and then so we kept it.
And then it just progressed into
you know,
it's so good.
Like that. Then the other thing too, there was a curiosity too, and the Catholic girls. The part I recorded with Zowie, we didn't know that much what to do, you know.
Right.
No, because it was a groovy song.
Yeah.
And Eddie always want to like bring him up the bass and the drums just because the song is like very groovy.
Yeah.
The guys were like, "Yeah, let's bring the drums and the bass."
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And that was like rehearsal with Zowie.
Yeah.
You know, all the time Zowie's like older than us. Back then, I think back there Zowie was like 3 or 4 years older than us.
Okay.
1920, he was like 25, 26 already.
Okay.
He was the oldest guy in the band.
Yeah.
And he was very, very, very into like the 70s rock, the progressive type of thing, and all those bass players with a lot of work on it, you know.
Yeah.
And then we start to do something, and right on came on my mind a piece of here we go again. A piece of, Van Halen.
Hey, listen.
Van Halen's second album. If you listen to the Van Halen second album, and a part of the song, I forgot the name of the song already, but I think but if you listen to the album, you're gonna hear it, and right away you're gonna remember what I'm saying. And when Alex does does a few things on the drums and bass, you know, and I told him, "Hey man, what about that part from Van Halen?" He's like, "Yeah, that's a cool thing, man. You know, let's try it on." I mean, like we didn't copy. We didn't copy.
Right? Yeah, you put your own little twist on it.
We just took as a reference.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We didn't copy anything. We just took as a reference, like influence.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to do some groove on drums. And he was like, "Follow me." Oh shit, the shit is good.
Yeah.
So we're working on this piece, and then we introduce it to the song.
Yeah. It's like that record is so, like you were saying before, it's so powerful and it's just so heavy. But then again, nobody sounded like Leeway. Nobody sounded like that record or any of the 4 records that Leeway ever put out. Nobody ever sounded like them. And every one of them, including Born to Expire, they all have a bounce and a groove. Yes. And you can shake your ass like Marathon, like the song Marathon, like all that stuff has groove to it. Like there's so much groove. There's riffs like crazy from Rise and Fall to even like On the Outside. One's too many. I think there's so much different shit, and that's why I think it's so unique, and it'll never be. So many people have been influenced by that record, and just Eddie's charisma on stage. Like the whole thing, he was, in my opinion, he's definitely in my top 3 of the greatest frontmen ever. There was nobody that
I
had
don't think in the scene there is somebody better than him.
no, not in the New York hardcore scene. Eddie was like it. You know what I mean? You know, there's other guys who are more funny and more like Paul from Sheer Terror is hilarious on stage, like his banter. Jimmy G from Murphy's Law is also a great frontman, but there was something about Eddie and his charisma that sets him apart, I think. And that's the thing I'm talking about hardcore. Like, I think Mike Muir from Suicidal Tendencies is an incredible frontman, but he's not a hardcore band. You know what I mean? I'm talking like New York. Eddie, I think, is the best hardcore, is the best front man. There's something about him that people try to, I think, I don't even know if people try to like copy him, but he influenced a lot of people.
He has his unique style.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, and that was very good, you know.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Like, because all that, like we were very unhappy about the management thing, and
Profile Records.
I'm sure you know that story already, and you probably hear many times, 1,000 times about it.
Yeah. Well, Profile Records. Yeah, it's like that. And what was your take on? I mean, I know you've heard it, but what did you think about the second record that came out, Desperate Measures, which was also took way too long to come out because of Profile Records, but Desperate Measures, I think, is also an incredible album.
Yeah, I mean, like, Desperate Measures is a very good album.
Yes.
You can clearly hear that Leeway took a different step.
Oh, yeah. All four of their records sound completely different from the other ones.
Like I mean, like different musicians, they're different type of playing.
Sure.
And music sounds different. It's a good album. It's a nice album. Have good songs on it.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about Dope. This song we used to rehearsal, but we didn't record. I don't know why we didn't put on a Born to Expire, because
we're all about Dope.
We were playing back there, like all about Dope.
Yeah.
We were playing back there before we recorded Born to Expire. Wow. And I don't know, for some reason we decided not to record him.
Okay.
And they put him on the second album.
Okay.
But we played. We used to play live this song.
Really?
We used to play live.
The first song when I saw Leeway for the first time that night at L'Amour's, they opened up with the last song on Desperate Measures, which was Future Ain't What It Used to Be. Did you know that song? Or were you playing that song or writing that song?
Not Desperate Measures. I don't remember I played that song. No.
Okay. It's the last song on Desperate Measures. That's the song that they opened. Desperate Measures wasn't out yet when I saw Leeway live, because I saw them at the end of 1990.
That was Mac and drums already.
Pokey, yeah.
Pokey drums already.
Yeah, but I just thought maybe since you guys were playing All About Dope, which was on Desperate Measures, I thought maybe there was other songs on that album that you guys were playing.
We used to rehearsal like a few separate parts, like let's jam.
Yeah, like playing around.
After we play the whole set, let's jam a bit, just playing around. We still have some time in the studio, And I remember the jam, a few parts, they took it, like they use it on the second album.
Yeah.
But that Dope song, we used to play the full song, the whole song.
Yeah.
With the beginning, with the intro up to the end, like I said, for some reason we decided not to recording, but the song was already,
done.
Song was already done and already there,
Yeah.
And it was a cool song. But back to the Desperate Measures, like I said, this sounds good, sounds very good, sounds tight, sounds different, but in my opinion, doesn't have the same punch as Born to Expire.
Right.
Born to Expire is like a brick on your face. Pow!
Yeah.
No, it's like
Desperate Measures is a lot more riffs, and it's a lot more melodic for sure.
Yeah, and like you feel like the power. That if you listen to the music, I mean, in a good stereo or you crank it up, you feel the power of the songs, man. The guitar, the bass, the drums and the vocals, but I'm talking about the rhythm parts.
Yeah.
He was very good, you know, he was in his best, you know, like first album, the kid was like on fire, you know.
Yeah.
We all on fire back then.
Yeah.
But if you listen to the music, the power of the music we're playing, you know, it was like a man, like a atomic bomb.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, on your face.
Yeah.
Desperate Measures came out, still good, still different, you know, like still good songs, good lyrics, but the chemistry, that powerful from the first album change.
Yeah.
You know, change for a different chemistry.
Yes.
For a different vibe.
Yeah. The third one is completely different, and then the fourth one is even more different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And each album has his own vibe, his own charisma.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know,
and I love all four of them. But Born to Expire, it was overall. I love all four records, but Born to Expire has to be my favorite because it's also the one that I got first. It's the one that I listened to the most. It's the one, you know what I mean? So that record, I mean, like I said, I can't say enough that I love all four records. Even Eddie will say that the third one is like the weakest, but there's still a lot of really good songs on it. I learned to appreciate the third record more as I got older, because when I was younger, I was still wanted that blah, 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 blah. So then you go to that one, it's very different. They went from a 5-piece to a 4-piece. And I knew what they
was almost saying. I was about to say that.
Yeah, they went from a 5 to a 4, and it was different. But as I got older, I learned to appreciate it a lot more, and I love it. I love that record.
All the records, they have their unique sound.
Yes,
their unique sound.
Yeah.
But, like I said, I speak for Born to Expire because we're like
that's your record.
Yeah, we were like on fire, like burning. You know, we were young, and we don't wanna lose a chance to make big. You know, that's why we were very unhappy when Profile Records and the management starts to doing bad deals with our music, with our record. You know, like shopping around, asking for millions, whatever, something. You know, like that doesn't exist, you know.
Yeah.
And just, you know, like end up as you know.
Yeah. So what was the thing that made you leave the band? What happened there?
You know, we were playing, we were good, we were playing and everything, but I personally, I was like unhappy with the management thing, you know, and I was like, I was waiting for something bigger, you know, like I was waiting for something which is the same, which match up with the same type of playing we were back then, you know, like Leeway, Born to Expire deserves to be a bigger band.
Yes,
playing a bigger place.
I agree.
You know, not just keep yourself on the same circuit over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Nothing happened, man.
Right.
Nothing happened. And then Monday comes and everybody goes do your own shit. You know, like I'm not up to that. We're here for the music.
Yeah.
I want to live for the music, and I want to, breathe music, sleep music 24/7.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like a bit disappointed when, you know, like, and Zowie too, because I remember we were talking and it was like, hey, dude, man, if you leave the band, I'm gonna, you know, I'm leaving right after you, you know, and especially him because he came out to play with a band called Circus of Power.
Yes.
He left and he joins Circus of Power, and then he went on tour with Black Sabbath around the world and everything, you know. And then what happened with me? I was playing back with a few friends. Then I know it, you know, here in New York.
Yeah.
And
what band? Do you know? Do you remember?
Just projects, man. Just projects. Nothing major, you know. And one time I was living in Long Island, Brentwood, Long Island. right by Moses Beach.
Yeah.
No, I was live there. I would live there, and I remember Lisa Robinson from Rolling Stones magazine called me, and she called me up, and she came up to me. She said, I found your contact. Chris Williamson gave me your contact. You were the drummer from Born to Expire, man. Congratulations. Your drums are like unreal. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and well, the thing is, bottom line, she was like managing a band, and she wants me to be the drummer. She was like put on a band together, and she wants to play the drums. And she's like, would you like to go to the studio and try, see if it works? You know, like maybe we can do something together. I say, okay. So we set up a date. This time I remember well was at the Rock Studios right near Madison Square Garden, some studio around there called Rocket Studios.
Okay.
So I went there. She was there waiting for me, and two other guys, because the band, they have like three other guys, two guitar players and one bass player. The one guitar player was the singer, and then there was the other guitar player and the bass player.
Right.
And I walk into the studio, and these guys were jamming, like a guitar and bass jamming, blah, blah, blah. And hi, hello, what's up? But the drums were already set. You know, I remember it was like a white pearl drums. And then the guy turned around, look at me and say, dude, man, I don't play cover songs. We don't play cover tunes. We play only original songs. So whatever you feel comfortable, you can start playing. And you know what he did? They started playing just the guitars, the bass, and the guy singing. They start playing. They start playing just like that. Like 1, 2, 3, and then they started. And I was like behind like this, you know, or look at, and then one time I feel like like after listening for a few seconds, I start like join the music.
Yeah.
And the chemistry starts to flow and everything. And the guy we're liking, and the shit starts to grow, And Lisa Robinson was there sitting on the couch. She was like, hell yeah, man. Yes. So what happened? By the time I was playing with some other guys.
Was there a name for this band?
Oh, there was a band, like a hard rock band called Society Child.
Okay.
Or Bad Apple, some hard rock bands.
Okay.
Not the hard rock metal, traditional thrash metal bands, not a hardcore bands. And well, so I really want her to manage my band, the band I was playing, because she was the only one with all the deals and everything.
Yeah, she had all the contacts and knew everybody.
Contacts and everything.
Yeah.
So when she calls me up, I say, listen, I have a, like a deal. Can you take my band instead? Like, I play in your band, but you take my band and listen to my stuff too. Listen to my project, see if you like it, because it sounds good. Maybe we can do something with it.
Yeah.
And she was not interested, no, I manage this band. I want to stay with this band and blah, blah, blah. So for some reason, because unfortunately, because I should accept it and work my career, I should accept her offer and work my career up. But unfortunately, I say, okay, so I cannot play with you. I'm gonna turn it down because I'm staying with these guys and we're about to recording. And dude, she was one mad woman. She was fucking mad.
She was pissed.
She was nasty mad, man. She was like crazy. Who the fuck you think you are, man?
Yeah.
John Bond, who the fuck you think you are, man? And I'm talking a lot. Oh no, I don't care. I don't know. Well, few weeks after, the band, her band, her manager, her band, the band she was managing, they had a clip on MTV.
Oh shit!
Oh, if I'm not wrong, called The Lost or something like that.
Okay.
Like a very hard rock band, like a very hard rock. Back in the days, Rat, Dawkins.
Oh yeah,
You know, like Rat, all that.
Yeah. Wasp and Rat and
all that
those
hard rock. You know. What's the other one? Like Skid Row.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. That whole time frame, there was a million bands at that time,
right,
all over MTV, from Skid Row, Motley Crue, all
exactly,
Poison, all that shit.
I remember more like Rat, Dawkins, or whatever, Bullet Boys.
The Bullet Boys, Trickster. Slaughter. Yeah.
Slaughter, right.
Yeah, man.
And that was there, man. The band was there.
Bastard Pussycat. Crazy.
Yeah, and I look at it in MTV and say, oh, I know these guys. You know, they were playing with a drummer with a lot of fancy shit with the drumsticks all over the place. You know, and
you don't remember the name of the band?
If I'm not sure, it was Lost or The Lost or something like that.
Okay.
You know? But very hard rock band, you know, very glamour
glam band. Yeah, that could have been you. That could have been you doing.
Man. I was lucky I didn't join the band because they're gonna put a lot of hairspray in my hair, man. They're gonna put a lot of hairspray in my hair. It's gonna be like this. You know?
Makeup on, twisted
makeup on with a lipstick.
Yeah, fuck that. Fuck all that.
You know, but and that, you know, that was what happened, you know.
Yeah.
And I turned down the deal, and she was mad with me, and she never calls me again.
Yeah.
And then was it, dude. You know, like
how long after did you wind up going back down to Brazil?
Well, I play, you know, like in a few projects there. And then I decided to move back, you know, because my parents and everything, you know, like my parents, by the time they were alive, and they need me here for a few personal, you know, like family things, personal things. So I came back on 1995.
Okay.
I went to America in 1985. And I came back in 1995.
So you here
my daughter was born in New York, Long Island, New York.
Okay.
She's still there. She's married. Her husband is from Queens too. But right now she's living. She lives in Malta, island of Malta.
Okay. You know? Wow. Okay.
Her company, her American company.
Yeah.
They have a lot of offices in London, Malta, Australia, you know, all over the place.
Wow, so you came to New York right before Leeway signed with their first album, and then you left New York and went back down to Brazil in 1995 when Leeway's last album came out.
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah. Open Mouth Kiss came out in 95.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. See, two things you learned.
Right, see?
Yeah.
You're the first one to tell me, man.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. As soon as you said 95, I thought Open Mouth Kiss came out in 95. They weren't a band. I know that they went on tour a little bit. They were in Europe, and then that's when the band officially broke up in Europe on the tour for that album. So it had to have been at some point in late 95, early 96, Leeway was done.
Yeah. But I think Leeway was done. One of the major things for Leeway to finish, you know, the band's career was the bad management. The bad management was the main thing, you know.
Yeah.
But the guys start to getting tired, you know, you don't see no, I mean, like a future, like a very, you know, how can I say, real thing, you know, happen. Right. You know, just talking and bullshit around and blah, 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 you know. So they like a...
Well, there's a good thing that my friend Artie, who plays guitar in this band called Fire is Murder, and he's also in a band called Damn Your Eyes. But he played with Eddie for the last 4 years, and Eddie lived with him for the last couple of years of his life. And he was saying that, I think it was on Facebook or something like that, when I posted that you were going to be on this. Marty had commented, he said that, I'm happy to see this, that whenever Eddie would talk about the old days and you would come up, Eddie had nothing but good and nice things to say about you. He only had good things to say about you. So I was happy to hear that, because I don't want to have somebody on here, or I'm doing a benefit show to help out Eddie's sisters and stuff like that. I don't want anybody involved that like talk shit about Eddie, or Eddie had a falling out with, or I don't want any of that stuff. I just want people who are with Eddie and who had a good bond with him throughout, you know.
I told the guys when I left the band, I said, listen, guys, I need to go, man. I need to do something, because, I'm not happy with the things,
right?
The way the things are going, the way,
and I guess they understood that, because they respected it, they obviously nobody was happy, because I know that Eddie was pissed off for years, because Desperate Measures was recorded and done, and it sat on a shelf for like 3 years before it was even released.
That's crazy, man. That's insane.
Yeah,
I don't know what the management were thinking. I don't know what the record company were thinking.
I don't know.
To do such a thing,
I don't know. Because like I said, I saw Leeway in late 1990. That's 1990. Desperate Measures didn't come out until 92 at some point. So I don't know. I mean, I believe it was recorded not that long, before. I know that the whole album was recorded when I saw them live.
You know what, man? You know what? Now you were saying, I'm thinking at the same time, and I think Crazy Williamson, he was trying to do the same shit he did with the first album. He put them on the shelf and starts to shopping around to see if he can get a better deal.
Right.
Yeah. So, listen, I have these boys here, I have this band here. You want to sign with them? You want to sign? Oh yeah, how much you want it? Oh, I want whatever, millions of dollars.
Right.
And that's why he put them on the side, because he needs some time to shopping around for a better deal for himself.
Not for the band.
Not for the band, for himself. Right. Because as I said before, we have our time counted at the studio. We have like 10 hours straight for 7 days, and more than that, you guys gonna pay out of your pocket, things like that. You know? I mean, for the other guys, play maybe 2-3 times a day, a fast song or a slow song on the guitar. I mean, it's tired, but imagine the drums, man.
Yeah.
Imagine the drums. You need to play. You need to get your shit together. The more takes you do, the less you start playing right.
Yeah.
Because you start to get nervous.
Yeah, you start overthinking.
Right.
Yeah.
And and I was like with a huge responsibility over my shoulders.
Yeah.
But we did. We did recording. The record sounds good. We delivery 100%.
Yeah.
You
delivered that record.
We delivered the job. The record is here. Sounds good. Sounds great. But then until he starts to promote the record with all the promotion, with all the merchandising, with all the markets, what he did, put the record under his arm and start shopping around for a better deal.
Yeah.
And that's what the shit starts to fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when everything starts falling apart. Yeah.
Because we're recording Born to Expire on 87. And Born to Expire came out on 89. 89.
Yeah.
It was like 2 years gap.
Yeah, man. Same thing with Desperate Measures, if not longer.
Yeah. And, when we started like that, I started to like, something's wrong here.
Yeah.
When they started with that shit, I was like, oh man, something's not working properly here. Somebody's doing something wrong.
Yeah. And then 93, is when 94 is when the third album came out, but it came out on a little tiny little small independent record label overseas. It came out.
I don't know if you know, but they one Brazilian label in Rio de Janeiro, I forgot the name of the label, one Brazilian label in Rio de Janeiro, they released Born to Expire.
Really?
Yeah. I remember they changed. I mean, the cover is the same.
Yeah.
They put like a different thing, like a
on the back,
pictures, the back, put some like different more stuff, more pictures and everything. Yeah. So they release here.
Really? Do you have a copy?
No, I don't have it. I don't have a copy.
Do you have an original copy, an original record?
Yes.
Excellent.
It's over here. It's over here. The original, the very original one.
The first press.
Yeah, the very first press.
Nice.
The very first press.
Yeah, people will pay a lot of money for that.
Oh, well, good to know, man, because I need to change my car.
There you go. I don't think you're ever going to sell that. Car. You're not going to sell that. You're not going to sell it.
Never.
No, never.
I'm going to put them in a frame.
Yes. Yeah.
And I have a T-shirt too.
An original one.
Yeah, back then.
Nice.
One of the first ones.
Yeah.
One of the first ones. I just don't have the poster. The big flyer.
Really? I have one.
Yeah. Well, see.
I have one.
Because Profile Records, they release a few like flyers, posters, whatever.
Yeah.
Saying, it's coming. Profile Records, Leeway, first debut album, Born to Expire, and all that.
Yeah.
Soon on the stores, at stores.
Yeah. And on the bottom, it's blank. It says appearing at, and it's blank on the bottom because you write down like what CBGBs. You could write it on there or whatever. But yeah, I have one. But it's not in good condition, and I would love to get my hands.
Did you bought it from the internet or did you know?
No, I wound up. I have it for a long time. I think I got it from the same record store that I bought Born to Expire from back then, and it's an original. It's from the original release of.
Put them on the frame for sure.
It's not in a frame, and I think I was a stupid kid. The whole thing. I think I put plastic. It's like laminated. Yeah. With plastic over it, but it's fucked up, and I'm mad at myself for that because I can't take the plastic off; it'll rip. So
you can put it, but you can frame it with the plastic on it.
Yeah, I know, but it's still not in good condition. I know. Maybe I'll put it in a frame, but I don't know. You can't tell, but I have. In my apartment, I have so much shit in frames, and I don't even have room. It's crazy, but I'll find a spot for it. Yeah,
a lot of things. When I look at now, I say, well, like the posters and the magazines and everything.
Yeah.
I wish I had it, man. I wish I save it for myself. But back then, we were.
You're not thinking that way.
No, man. Because I was thinking ahead.
Yeah.
I was thinking ahead. I was thinking, see myself in a magazine or article about Leeway in a magazine or a few things about Leeway, flyers from shows. That was just a passing thing for me to go through my career. So you just look at it and say, hey, it's cool, man, it's cool, but keep on playing. Let's go.
I wish I had a demo tape, an enforcer demo tape or unexpected luck. I don't have any of those. I would love to have an original copy of those tapes.
Yeah, my tape, I'm tell the truth, I don't even know where I put it.
Those things are if you found one of them like to buy a lot of money.
Oh, really?
You pay a lot of money for that. Yeah, man. There's stuff like you go on Discogs. You know what Discogs is, right? The website.
Yeah.
Bro, like the first agnostic front 7-inch United Blood of first print. That's like $3,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. $2,500, $3,000. Yeah.
No
For a
shit.
first print, first pressing, United Blood 7-inch. You're not going to pay less than $2,000 for it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man. There's a bit. I had Louis Beto, the drummer for Carnivore. I had him on here a couple of months ago. And before Carnivore, he was in a band called Fallout. And Fallout put out a 7-inch, 2 songs, one on each side. I look on Discogs, almost $9,000 for it.
My God.
Yes. It's crazy.
And
Yeah.
people buy it, and people look
I
at
know. I know. It's crazy. If you had an Enforcer demo, people would be like, I'll give you $1,000 for it. For a cassette tape.
I think I might have. I'm gonna have to take a look, very close look, in all my tapes. But I think I have somewhere a recording, one recording of one section, not in the studio recording, but it's rehearsal studio.
Really?
Yeah, rehearsal studio.
Wow.
I remember we did one recording because I want to listen to myself playing.
You should if you have that and you find it, you should put that up, man, because people would love to hear that.
Yeah, that's way before we recording Born to Expire.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, with the same.
I'm sure a lot of people would want to hear that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But I remember one rehearsal. We recording because I told them, say I want to record because I want to listen to myself, see how sound, like when I'm playing, like feel myself, like listen to myself and see, why I was doing was good or not,
Right, sure.
And somewhere the tape is somewhere around.
Find it. You have a job to do. You got to start looking.
Is lost in the universe.
Yeah. Yeah, man. See, it's too bad you're not coming up to New York because
man,
I'm doing this thing. Yeah, you know what? I want to tell everybody. I mean, so many people know, but somebody who's listening might not know. But I got in touch with it was an idea that I had, and then I got together with Artie, who played with Eddie for the last 4 years. And I'm putting together a benefit show, and I just called it For the Love of Eddie Leeway. And it's going to be Sunday, June 23rd of this year at Lucky 13 Saloon in Brooklyn, 644 Sackett Street. Okay. It's only a $20 donation at the door. Every single dime that's coming in the door is going to Eddie's 2 sisters. To help with, funeral stuff and burying his ashes and stuff like that. So a lot of people came together to do this, and nobody is playing for any money. Everyone's playing for free. Killing Time, which is a great band who used to be Raw Deal. Killing Time, the original Token entry lineup, they're doing the whole first 7-inch. Okay. We're doing a Leeway tribute set. It's going to be, I'm not going to say exactly who right now because there's still a few things that are being worked out, but it's going to be several different musicians that played with Eddie throughout the years, whether it was Leeway NYC, the Eddie Leeway show, like that. And we're going to have several different singers doing, singing Leeway songs. But it's probably going to be like 8-song set, like a full set, but just a tribute to Eddie.
How many drummers?
Probably one or two. But there's going to be a bunch of different guitar players and stuff like that. There's going to be people switching around for certain songs and whatnot.
Cool.
People. It's also people who maybe toured with Eddie, people who who were just really good friends with Eddie. Like stuff like that. People who were close to him. And people who meant something, and people who were always stuck by him. You know what I mean? Also, the band Fire is Murder, which is Artie's band. The Ice Cold Killers, who is another great band, who the cousin of the Ice Cold Killers is in Killing Time. a great New Jersey hardcore band called Silence Equals Death, and a band called Moment of Truth. Now, something about this band, Moment of Truth, it's crazy that they're going on first and they're only going to play for like 20 minutes. Really? But because it's a Sunday and it's like doors are at 3 o'clock, the first band at 4. I figured that everybody will be gone by 10 o'clock. It's a Sunday, old school kind of matinee type deal.
Right.
So like the first 2 bands are going to have like 20 minutes and like 25, and then the Leeway set, which is, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes or 35 minutes. And then the token entry set is going to be short because they're only doing like 4 songs off of a 7-inch, and it's the same guys from Killing Time. So it's going to be an easy transition to, instruments and whatnot. And then Killing Time is doing their set.
You're not going to switch stages, right? You're going to have the
one stage. Not one stage. One stage. And it's a small it's a small club. So
how many people?
Bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies.
How many people you can?
In this, it's small, man. Like tops at one time, like 150 people. On top of each other. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I booked about 30.
Same size as CBGB's, bro.
Yeah.
Same size of it.
Yeah, it's going to be insane in there, and I can't wait. It's going to be so good. But then there's the band Moment of Truth.
Don't forget to record.
No, it's going to be record. I want to get somebody to do a video. I'm working on all that kind of stuff. But this band Moment of Truth, there's a guy coming all the way from Colorado to New York to go on first to play for 20 minutes. Like, that's like the impact that Eddie had on people. Like, I will come all the way from the middle of the country all the way to Brooklyn to play for 20 minutes because it's for Eddie. That says a lot,
Talking to you right now, I just came up with an idea, but I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it.
What? I'm all about ideas. You could throw it out.
That would be very cool because, well, I'm not gonna be there personally.
Right. If you were here, you would definitely get behind those drums.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Like I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'm just gonna drop him out. Just
talk to me.
Yeah. It's about like if you had a screen, like a live screen behind the set.
Yeah.
When a certain point of a time, I could go on live.
Oh.
No, like just for like maybe 30 seconds or a minute,
Yeah.
And say something like already, I'm ready, like write something and say like when one week's already done,
Yeah.
how proud I am to be part of the band.
Yeah.
And how proud I am to have a chance to meet these guys and play with Eddie, and I'm sure whatever he is now, him and Mike, and we always gonna have a good memories, and the music we did together, we created together, we played together, is gonna stay forever.
Yeah.
For the new generations to come.
Yes.
I'll
see how I can, because we have
no idea, man.
We have there's a few things that me and a couple of people are tossing around to try to make. We want to do some other things, but we're kind of working it out. And once we have certain things figured out, I'll throw that out there and I'll see if we can make something.
I just came out just now, because I was like a very close, not just a musician, but we're like a friends back then.
Yeah. Of course.
And by the time I start playing the band, our friendship starts to growing and growing, not just with Eddie, but with AJ and the other guys too,
Sure.
We became friends more than music bandmates.
Yeah, of course.
you know,
man.
and having me or Zowie or any other original guy saying a few fast words to the audience. I mean, like sounds like you pay like you
A little
give
tribute.
tribute, right?
Yeah.
No, a tribute.
Yeah.
And because there's Tony, he's the drummer for the first album, man. You
Yeah.
know, a live Tony. Oh, we recording first, and then you put him on there. You know, you don't need to be live, real time, live, just a recording. And say, Tony is with us to say a few words about Eddie and how's proud, you know, about Born to Expire, you know, and I'm sure the people were there. They know they will know me.
Of course.
For the record.
Yeah.
Because the record.
Of course.
They will know who I am.
Yeah,
you know?
Of course they will. Yeah. So like I said, I got to figure out some stuff.
Just figure out, man. Just think about it.
Yeah, I will. There's a lot of things that are going on that need to.
It will be increase for the tribute. Like you're gonna make the tribute more like, you know, like how can I say, like very human, like, oh man, like I found the other guys, you know, heartfelt, you know, like I found the other guys to say few words about Eddie, you know, like you know, like if Zowie was there, if AJ, or you know, like I'm talking about, you know, the original members and the other guys too, you know, like you know.
Yeah.
But,
we'll see what we can put together, and I'll definitely. I'll be in touch. I'll definitely let you know.
I'm very excited to see this event, you know, like the concert and everything. So don't forget to recording or for me to.
There will be. We're gonna have some stuff. I want to get somebody to professionally record it. I want to maybe possibly record it from the from the soundboard. And maybe put out an audio thing, something like that. You know, just a tribute.
I remember one day starts with the Leeway reunion. They like doing the reunion thing.
Yeah.
And Mike, you know, like message me, you know, text me and say, dude, man, I need you to come. I need to come. I need to be here. But at the same time, my daughter was married. She was getting married at the same dates, you know.
What was that, like 2004, 2006?
I think it was 2006, bro.
Yeah, because I saw them at CBGB's with Mike in 2006 for the first time in a long time.
No, but I was wrong. Not my daughter was getting married. I remember now. I had another thing, another compromise that I could make it. You know. Because after that they have a few more meetings and reunions and everything, but sometimes with Mike on it, or sometimes without it, with the other guys, you know. But I remember Mike, they inbox me, they text me like, dude, you need to come, you know, like we want to get together, you know. Like I said, brother, we make history, you know. Like the album, it's here to stay.
You
know?
Absolutely.
10 years from now, 20 years, 50 years, 100 years from now, if you listen to the album, you're going to have you're going to feel the same punch as we're feeling right now, and as we felt back 30 years ago.
35 years ago.
35 years ago.
Crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. I'll definitely keep you posted about what we can possibly do. Maybe we can record something. I'll see. Like I said, this was my idea, but there's a lot of other people helping me put some stuff together. So, you know, especially Artie. Artie is helping out a lot. Anthony, the singer for Killing Time, has been doing a lot because Anthony and Eddie grew up together. They all know each other since they're little kids. So a lot of people are coming together to pay tribute to their friend. So, which is a beautiful thing.
Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah.
I want to. I mean, like, thank you for all your attention and your.
Of course.
You know,
of course, man. Listen, like doing this stuff and
That's
doing
great,
this
man.
benefit. Like, you know, you saw like, don't post a flyer yet. Post a flyer when I put this episode out. You're not allowed to put the flyer out yet.
No, don't worry
Right.
about it.
You're not allowed. So yeah, like doing the flyers and putting together the show and doing the podcast. I don't make no money off of this stuff. I don't want any money from it. It's stuff that I do because I have a good job. You know what I mean? I don't need the money to do this stuff. So I do this stuff because I like to do it. I don't look at this as a job. I do it because I enjoy it. You know, I never thought that I would ever be sitting here talking to you. You know what I mean? This provides me an opportunity to talk to people that I respect or like what they do and stuff like that. So that enough is a payday for me. Like I don't need money. And like this whole, like I said before, the whole benefit show, I'm not making a dime. I'm not putting a dime in my pocket. Everything, because Eddie's sisters are going to be there. So everything that comes in at the end of the night, here you go. Here's everything that came in the door. I hope it helped. You know, if it helps a little bit or a lot, all I know is that at the end of the night, when I leave the club, I just know that I did my best to honor Eddie, my friend, and I helped out as much as I can, and that's it. I hope everyone had a good time. I hope everyone had a great time, and I hope this helps. And good night, and on your way home,
always good memories. Always good memories. You're gonna keep always good memories.
Yeah.
You know, about him, about the band, and especially about him.
Right. Yep.
And that's the whole purpose of it.
Yeah. That's the whole point.
You're doing right, man. You're doing, you know, I'm appreciating what you're doing because, you know, like you're doing because your heart tells you to do. You like it.
Yeah.
And you're doing because you love it.
Yeah.
I think this is great, you know.
Yeah.
This, when you do something that you really appreciate it, that's no words to explain.
Yeah. Plus, Eddie was my friend. Eddie was my friend. You know, so forget all the other stuff. Eddie was a friend of mine. So I had never met his sisters, but I met them the other day. I went out to Long Island. What kind of animal you got there? Is that a cat?
What?
You got an animal in there. Oh, yeah, it's a cat. I saw the tail. It looked striped. I was like, is that some weird Brazilian tree animal? That's what it was.
No, it's a cat.
I thought it was like a lemur or some weird shit. Some Brazilian shit. I don't know.
Like a mini Pantera.
Yeah, I'm like, what is that? Like you have like a meerkat or something running around? Okay.
Come here. Yeah.
So I met up with Eddie's sisters the other day, and I met them for the first time because I met them briefly at Eddie's wake, and then we wanted to get together before the show so I could sit and we could talk, and you know, so they are ridiculously appreciative, and they thank me a million times. Like, you don't have to thank me. Like, you don't have to thank me. I'm doing this because I want to. Like, I appreciate it, and that's it. You know,
cool.
So.
I'm sure it's gonna be a very good event.
Yeah, it'll be great. It'll be great. A lot of people will show up, and I'm happy. You know that as far as I can tell, it's going to be packed.
The only thing I don't know, maybe you can have some people stay outside because there's no more place to everybody.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen. I tell everybody, people want to be like, oh, do you have advanced tickets? I said, no. There's no advanced tickets. You come early.
And stay online.
You come early. You come there. The doors open at 3 o'clock.
So you're going to stay there at 10 o'clock.
Be there at 3 o'clock, and you'll definitely get in. If you think you're going to come at 8 o'clock, I don't know, man. It's going to be jam-packed. And we don't want the cops to come. They'll shut the place down.
But they can get there 3 hours before 3 o'clock.
Right.
Like midday or
good. Wait outside. I hope that because I'm gonna get there probably about 2 o'clock. I'm gonna get there maybe 2 o'clock and set up and do some stuff. I hope that when I get there, there's a line. I hope.
I'm
3
sure.
o'clock doors.
I'm sure there will be a lot of people there, man.
I hope so. Yep.
You know, like the band was like everybody. You know, everybody likes it.
Yeah.
Everybody likes Eddie. Everybody likes us. I mean, like, too bad. Then I didn't had a chance to talk with more people like you and the other.
Yeah.
I didn't had a chance.
Right.
To show them. I mean, I'm open to talk, man. I don't have no problem. I
Right.
don't, like a beef with nobody. To
Right.
talk one or the other. I'm a friend of AJ. I'm a friend of Eddie, Mike, Zowie.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have, in my opinion, I don't waste time with that.
No.
I don't waste time and energy with that shit.
No, me neither.
I don't like it. I prefer keep the good vibes on it, because when you keep the good vibes on it, then music, you create music better. Music or sounds even better, and you play you play better, and everything just works positive.
Yeah, man.
I'm not a kind of negative guy.
Yeah, me neither. I
me,
I don't need no drama in my life at all.
No.
I'm gonna be 49 years old at the end of the summer. I don't pretend like I'm in that shit is like high school. Like
behind.
Yeah, man. I'm a father. I'm 40. I'm gonna be 50 years old soon. Yeah. I don't need beef with people. This, that.
You have
grow up.
Live life the best you can, brother.
Yeah, man.
No need like a small shit or talking on all that stuff.
Bullshit.
Negative stuff, like one talk about little things or little, I feel, hey, I didn't like it because he said something to me, or I don't, bullshit,
Gives a shit.
Cheer up, man. We're not gonna stay this world forever,
Right.
We're not gonna live forever, man.
Right.
Our music might stay forever, but not us.
Right. Yeah, man. I agree.
So, we have to rethink, all the pandemic shit and all the wars going on around the world.
Yeah.
It seems like the human being doesn't understand. They don't understand each other. They don't want to understand each other anymore.
Right. Yeah. It's true.
It's easily to be aggressive than be like, how can I say, kindly,
Right.
It's easier like to punch someone in the face than to come here and say, dude, let's talk, man.
Yeah.
Let's clean up our difference, and for being a better person, man.
Yeah.
I think it's like that, dude. And life goes on, brother. And life goes on.
Life goes on.
Life goes on.
Life goes on.
But that's it, brother.
Listen, thank you so much for this. This was awesome. We will stay in touch. As soon as we're done with this, I'm gonna send this off to my guy who edits it a little bit.
Yeah,
everything that we talk is all gonna be there. He puts a little intro on there, whatever. But in a couple of days, I'm gonna release it. I will let you know. I'll tag you everywhere. You'll know.
Sometimes I think sometimes it's good you edit it, even our talking,
No, I never do that.
Okay.
I never do that because it's like we're having a regular conversation. It's not supposed to be perfect.
Oh, okay.
It's like me and you are drinking coffee.
I thought you're going for audition or something, just to put the music on it and all that stuff.
Just a little bit of music in the beginning. That's it. I don't do. I'm not fancy.
The intro.
That's it.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. I'll be here waiting for you to tell me when.
I will let you know
when it's ready.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Tony.
So,
thank you, sir.
All right, man.
Be safe and what's that?
I'm always here.
Me too.
If you want to talk,
Same here.
Find if you want to talk, some things in your mind. Oh, let me ask Tony.
Okay.
Whatever.
No problem.
I'm here, man. You have my contact. I have yours.
That's it. I'm here too.
All the time.
Me too.
All right, dude.
Be safe.
Yeah.
Leeway rocks.
Yes, always. Forever.
Later, brother.
Take it easy, man.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.